Welcome to the My Fence Life bonus podcast series, Ask Me About My Day, where you can eavesdrop on phone conversations between Dan, industry leaders, and fencers from around the country to find out about their day.
Hello.
Yo, Nate Dogg, what's happening, baby?
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm just chilling, bro. It's been a long day, 18-hour day. Still got a little bit to do.
Jeez.
Things are crazy, man.
I just got done eating dinner. We got back from football practice, so kids got about 20 minutes before they go to bed here, so you know how it is.
Yeah.
Hey, were you calling me to tell me you got that chain link job we were talking about?
Oh, bro, we killed it.
Nice.
Killed it. Yeah,
Nice.
Got the okay from the board today. And it was funny. I had a thing on my calendar. The board was supposed to make the decision, I guess today, because I think in my calendar I had to call tomorrow. And I got an email. Hey, we're going to move forward with estimate number 6,627 or something like that. And I was like, oh, wait a second. Which one is that?
Dude, I heard it. Are you recording this? I could swear to God, I just heard a click.
Yeah, I'm recording this, of course.
Dude.
I mean, how else is my voice so sultry?
Oh my gosh. I was going to say, this doesn't sound like your crappy cell phone, but at the same time, I'm glad I wasn't like in the bathroom or something. Yo, what up, dude?
Wait, you know what I got for you?
Damn, Blanc's voice is just sexy. Damn, Blanc's voice is just sexy.
Oh my Lord. All right. So, okay. What's going on? Why are you calling me recording my phone call? I know there's something up. So
yeah, now that you know I'm recording. How else do I have this sultry voice, bro?
I know, right? I was like, this does not sound like a cell phone you're calling me on. That's funny.
So this big chain link job I got, we're gonna have this new subcontractor do it. Okay. And I introduced him to driving post.
Yes.
And he is just like mind blown. He actually started the year before me. He used to run around and pick up my signs that I used to put out back in the day.
Oh, that's
he told
hilarious.
me, he's like, yeah, man, I used to hate those need a fence signs. I used to run around and pick those up. And I'm like, yeah. I was kind of like, okay, thank you. But but he's been doing it 25 years. I'm 24 years in. And he's like, man, I didn't think you still own this place. And I'm like, yeah, I own it. So we worked out a little deal. He's been working for me, introduced him to driving. So now we got this chain link job. And, guess what else, bro? So wait, the chain link job is that ball field you helped me with.
Yep. Okay.
You remember? We were talking about laying out that the arch for the outfield.
The arch, yep.
Yeah, so that's the one. So it's pretty huge, man. It's gonna put me closer to my goal because I set unreachable goals. It's gonna put me closer to my goal for sales this year. So let's hope that December's better than it usually is. You know,
our Decembers are always monster because of the oil and gas industry up here.
Oh, really?
I usually get pretty blessed with one or two really solid jobs at the end of the year that carry us through. So,
well, anyway,
know your market, right?
So, guess what else I sold too? And I say I, but the team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our first black line HP vinyl fence.
Is that the one? Did Dylan sell that, or was that Zach?
I think Zach sold it because Zach was like, Dylan, wait, we sold that job?
Yeah, Dylan said something about it the other day. I was talking to him about the chain link job and a couple other things. But okay, so all right, how are you doing the vinyl job? Like, is it plated? Is it like in the ground? I mean,
I think we're gonna drive that one too. I'm not positive how Zach quoted it.
Okay.
You know, but before I get into that, I was talking to somebody today, and we were talking about people pushing the industry forward,
Okay.
And Caleb came up because we just dropped a big show with Caleb, and man, he did I don't know if you listened to it or not, but he did a deep dive into strategic planning. I mean, it was like
make a plan, work your plan. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He went all out in it, bro. You know, and I look at Caleb and I'm like, man, this dude is moving things forward. He's got his freestanding university. I mean, you call my salesman and you're like, hey, set my salesman up like Caleb's. Okay. And they set it up. Man, the dude's he's a beast, right? And then that brings me to Matt Warner, who, you know, I personally don't think he charges enough for my salesman, man. When I look at the jobs that I get off of that, I'm like, geez, the ROI on this is through the freaking roof.
Yep.
I mean,
especially
literally,
if you know how to use it, right?
Yeah. Especially if you know how to use it, you know how to market it,
sure.
you know how to drive people to it. You know. And then I look at like Joe Everest, right? Look what he did. Look what he spawned off with we call him the Podfather, right?
Yep.
He's podcasting. He's got Fence Fam. He's
15
out there.
million views on YouTube.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
That's freaking insane. You know.
All right. I feel like you're having a butt monkey here or something. Where are you going with this?
I'm
we're
leading
recording
up,
this, right? I'm like, well, okay. Why are you saying this? Are you going to say I'm the greatest podcast out there or something? I mean, where are we going with this? Are you buttering my biscuit?
I'm buttering your biscuit. That must be a Tulsa thing, huh?
We love biscuits.
No, man. So I'm looking. I'm thinking about all that stuff, and there's just been a lot of stuff going on online that's been kind of out of control. But before I get into that, man, we're going to be driving this vinyl. I'm pretty sure. I know we're going to be doing a lot of driving on this chain link that we're doing at this ballpark. So I told my guy, I'm like, my new guy, I'm like, hey, man, we got to get you a driver, right? So he's like, well, how much of those things? I'm like, well, he was using my Rhino. He used it on a couple of jobs, but he liked the hammer. And he's like, well, I want one of the hammers.
He just won the big black hammer that Shane's giving away. Is this how you're announcing it?
Dan's subcontractor won the free hammer from by the way, guys, go to myfencelife.com if you want to win the black My Fence Life Edition US hammer. Just fill out the form. I think we have like 4 or 5 people fill it out today. Nice. We've had a tremendous response to that. And I think the thing I like best is at the bottom, we ask them like how they watch and if they want to leave a comment. And people are leaving these great comments, man. So no, he's not going to win it, right? Okay. Obviously, we're doing a random drawing. But so I started looking at prices for this. So I'm just going to let you know, man, I'm about to go somewhere that probably is not Nathan Downs land. So
do we need to have a disclaimer or something?
Yeah, you might want to do a disclaimer, right?
Yeah, we need to.
Sorry.
If you're recording this, I'll call Rob when we're done and have him insert a disclaimer right here.
Yeah, Rob, put the disclaimer right here because Nathan wants nothing to do with what I'm about to say.
So the My Fence Life podcast is all about laid-back chats.
Yeah, but just as a heads up, the stuff our hosts and guests say is totally their own deal. It's not our partners or our sponsors' thoughts. We try to keep it real, but we're not infallible. We're all for freedom of speech, but let's keep it friendly on the show and in the chat. If something is said by someone else all mean or it sounds something sketchy, that's on them, not us. By tuning in, you're giving us a nod on all of this, and as always, do your own research. This ain't no echo chamber.
So anyway, about to go ham, bruh. So anyway, man, I'm looking at this, and of course, I call Brian with US Hammer, and Brian's like, "Oh yeah, because I want the same package I have now, which is the hammer, the 2-inch, the 2.5, the I-beam
tools.
Yep. Yeah, I forget what the package is. It's the exact same one that is sold from Mr. Fence. Okay.
Okay.
So it's the that whole package. So I price it with him. All right. And then Dylan comes in the office, but hey, look, I looked it up and I'm like, well, wait a second. Oh, well, Brian at US Hammer must be giving me a deal. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
And so we get to looking at the pricing. So then I call Aaron over at A to Z.
Yep.
And he's like within
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. He's like within $20 of Brian's price. So I'm looking at Dylan and I'm like, so this other hammer is $200+ more. How should I say that?
The blue one?
Yeah, kind of makes me blue.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So it's more. I can tell you why.
Why?
I bet Sean has a gold, one of those paint markers up there and he's signing them or something. You get his signature with it.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, man, why is this thing $200+ more? You know, I did the shipping, I did everything.
Okay.
So it kind of bothered me a little bit, man. You know,
I mean,
same exact thing. Why would it be more? You know,
why is the Merchant's Metals more than Master Alco sometimes? Why is
Well, this is a little different situation. I know you're trying to play devil's advocate, but that's not the case here, buddy.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Where are you going with this? I am nervous now.
So then the next thing is like, well, I need donuts. I'm doing this vinyl job. We got to price some donuts, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, because I'm pretty sure Dylan's doing it. So I'm already on the website and I'm like, well, let's see what these donuts are. And I get to looking at the donuts and I think they're like, not the super donut, but the other donut. The one that's like just all the other donuts. It's just blue,
all the same, right?
The only difference is it's blue.
Okay.
They're basically the same thing. When I get to looking at it, it's like $4.99 a donut. And I'm like, man, I saw Mid America's got them for $3. But then I hit the larger quantity, you know.
Yep.
It's like 200 of them. And it dropped them down to $3.99. So I was like, all right. So I'm like, well, does that include shipping?
Is 200 a case? Like, did you look at case quantities? Or?
Yeah. It's 200. He sells 200 to a case. Okay. Mid America sells 150 to a case.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right.
So if you buy a case quantity from Mr. Fence Tools, it breaks down to $3.99 a piece, but then you got to pay shipping.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, wow. Okay. So then I started breaking this down, and for the same donut, it's just blue. I could give a shit if it's hot pink, right?
No one's ever going to see it?
I mean, you might see it long enough to put a post over it.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, I don't know. You know, of course, I'm looking to, how's the saying go? Pennies make babies and babies make dollars. I'm trying to save my pennies, bro. So I get on the phone with Mid America. I'm like, hey, y'all got the $3 deal. Blah, blah, blah. How's these look? I talked to somebody else. They're like, yeah, they're basically the same donut, man. So they're like, why would you pay more? Well, then I got to looking at it, and I can get them shipped to me for like $3.25 shipping and everything. That's a huge difference, man. When you're using 2 per post. So now we're what, $1 more a post.
Yeah, because it's going to be like hardware, right?
Not
like
$1.
I never
$2 more a post.
I never buy 1 box of hardware. I buy 4 boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always, you know. Yeah, I get it. So you're going to have
You can buy 150, and this is the other thing. Mid America's doing. I think they said today your first order is freight free. Then after that, they're charged. Yeah. So anyway, I'm looking at this and I'm like, so wait a second. I just want to make sure if I buy just 1 box, 150, it's going to cost me $3. I think it was $3.24 or something. Shipping. That's tax, title, license to my front door. You're like, yep, that's what we're selling them for.
Sure.
So I'm just getting it's a little discerning, man, because I hear about, you know, rising tide raises all ships. I mean, is this raising tide? What else is it raising? Sounds like it's raising the prices that don't need to be raised.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You know?
I agree. Sure.
I mean, it just doesn't. I just don't know, man. I mean, why wouldn't you be? Hey,
So you sure it just wasn't because it was like going to your shop or something? Like
no, I made
like
sure.
is it more expensive like shipping from wherever to you? Or, I don't know.
I don't know. I've done some research on this today. I spent a good bit of time because it was bothering me, man. I'm like, we're supposed to be pushing the industry forward. We're supposed to be doing everything we can to help each other.
Yep.
So I get it. Some places are higher than other places.
Yeah.
But you know what? If we're trying to push the industry forward, hey, you know what? If they can sell the donut cheaper, guys, y'all go over there and buy it.
Sure.
I mean, you see that on Facebook all the time. Hey, where should I buy a pipe? Man, buy from this guy, buy from that guy. So I don't know, man. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and then I just got some other things that are kind of bugging me, the U.S. Hammer. I made a deal with the U.S. Hammer to get them to make a black one. In return, I do some marketing for them through FENCETECH, and my good old buddy Shane Catton, Miller Lite drinking Shane Catton, we'll get a U.S. Hammer dealership, and that got the brakes put on it for a little bit, and
Whoa.
I think it was kind of fucked up, to be honest with you, man. I don't like it, He couldn't, supposedly, he was being told he couldn't sell it because he was involved with the academy, and it was a conflict of interest.
Okay.
So,
are we really recording this? Are you?
Yeah, we're
this?
recording this, man. You know me. I don't.
Okay. All right. Here we
It is
go.
what.
Oh my God! Every time you have a controversy, every time there's a controversial, my Fed's life. Here's Nathan, just like, yeah, what up, dog? All right.
So, well, you and I talk about a lot of things.
We've discussed that previously. That's why I was like, are you saying that? All right. I understand.
Yeah, I'm saying that out loud, man.
Yeah.
So here we are preaching, right?
Okay.
Go out, open up your own retail, so that way you can help your fence company buy better.
Bottom line, sure.
Shane goes out and does that, and then, oh, wait a second, let me put my foot on your neck and keep you from making your money.
Now, are you just mad because Sean was fighting with you online the other day? Because I saw you guys going round and round.
Well, actually, I wasn't going round and round.
That's true. You just poked the bear. I mean, you not going round and round is here's Dan showed up with the Michael Jackson meme eating popcorn. And I'm like, of course people are going to be like, oh my God, Dan Blanc, he's in the middle of this. Yeah, it's awesome. It's like.
So all I did was, look, man, have you seen those videos that Mid-America Fence Supply is putting on their Facebook page?
Dude, Jim's videos are fire. I mean, they're so good. Jim is awesome, man. I mean, they're good. Like, I don't know this stuff, right? So I'm watching this, and I'm just like stopping everything I'm doing and watching every video Jim does because I'm like, dude, I'm learning a bunch. I'm so excited. We got the order of steel from him. And so we're working the details on that, getting 300 or 400 feet of that put up. And so I'm watching these videos like, bro, I need to understand this before I take this out of the wrapper and send the guys out, Never done it. I've never done it.
Well, dude, the videos are great. So, I think he did one when he first got the hammers, and then he did one where he was driving posts. And you saw that jig that he used, how simple it was.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
It was like some leftover top rail and some brace bands.
And yeah.
Some 2-inch freaking 3/8 hinge bolts, right?
Yeah.
Throws it together, swings it around. I'm like, this is genius.
It's genius. Cheap. Dirt cheap. We are all about our bump boards down here. So we don't have the fancy aluminum bump boards like some of you guys. We have the 2x4s, and we use a lot of Douglas fir often because of the structural stability of them. But yeah, the guys will find the straightest, best Douglas fir pieces, put it together, make a bump board all the time. I mean, they're making new ones every other week, and I'm like, all right, a couple bucks, whatever.
I actually use the straightaway because they're very durable.
Okay.
You know,
see, my guys will break them, but
I don't know, man. They're pretty durable. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, my guys use them. I mean, it works. It's a great tool. It really is. But that's the other thing, man. How much more am I paying for these tools that maybe I shouldn't be paying? You know, let's not even go there. So anyway, and look, man, I'm hating the game. I'm not hating the player there. You know,
I got you.
The game we're all playing, right?
Sure.
You know, I heard your show with Alan Baldwin. You're like, dude, you're killing it, making killer margins. You know, I can't hate Alan for that. Get it? You know?
Yeah, man.
I know.
Awesome. But like Alan and I are sitting there after, and we're like, he's like laughing, and he's looking at the scale that we've done. You know, doing over $3 million in sales in 18 months and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, but your margins are massive. I'm like, dude, what do you know? I was like, look how much work we have to do. And he's like, yeah. But I said, but my goal is a different place, right? Like, and that was one of the things since we are recording this, that's one thing I am in the process of working on a couple episodes for my show, talking about that. You have to know, like Caleb was talking last week, like you have to know what your goal is before you can really make a plan. And so many of these young guys are just like, well, here's what I want to do. But I'm like, but what's the end goal? Because if your end goal is like me, you would have taken all of your money up front like I did and wrapped my trucks. I followed like the Mr. Fences and stuff, right? Like I've seen that over the years, and I'm sitting thinking, no, I'm going to wrap my truck. As soon as I buy a truck, I wrap the truck. Like I know these costs are built into this, right? But that's what my plan is. That's what my goal is.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to have a plan, bro. That was an amazing episode. I listened to it like 4 times, and you got to really but over the time of me driving, where
yeah, I was gonna say if you take notes, it goes faster.
Yeah, but while I was driving, I just let it play.
Yeah,
because there was a lot of golden nuggets in that episode. What was that? That was last week's, I don't know, season 5, episode 13, 15, 18. I don't know. Yeah, man. So anyway, that frustrated me, bro. That deal with Shane. It's like, man, this dude's trying to get his, and now he can't. And then the Facebook thing was out of control, bro. I posted the video back where we were, Mid-America.
Yep.
They're putting out some great videos. They're doing some testing, and there's no flair to them or anything. No. Jim's just out there with his old army hat, you know, and some big old gloves, and like, hey, we're gonna give it a whirl. He says whirl. Is that something y'all say up there?
Yeah, whirl.
That's a northern thing.
That's a northern thing.
We're gonna give this a whirl, he says.
I love it.
So I'm watching these videos. I'm reposting them, right? We got the U.S. Hammer Mid-America Tour thing going. And so I'm reposting the videos, and I'm like, golly, this dude's got these things stacked to the ceiling. I mean, it's a pretty impressive operation. Well, I mean, then people get on there and start just acting like a third grader, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second. And then you want to know what's really good about this? I posted it in the Fence Professionals Network, and I think I posted it in the Pro Installation Tips or whatever it's called. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I posted it in the No Dig. Well, the one I posted like in the Fence Professionals got like a couple likes, right? The one I posted in the No Dig group is the one that Sean decided to show his ass on, and then people just came out of the woodwork and was just coming after him, right? And then I guess the admin turned the comments off. Well, you know what's screwed up about that? They went back and Sean deleted his comment. So now there's no thread to it, and you don't really know the whole story of the post.
I did see that. Yeah. I saw that. Because I was going, you remember, I was out of town with my dad's funeral. And I actually, it was funny you say that, because I went back and was just on there reading. And I'm like, this, the conversation, they made no sense, but that makes sense that you just said that. Because you hadn't told me that, and I didn't know that was a thing. But I saw the post.
So when I saw this action going on, I was up in D.C. I was up at the NAFCA Arlington Cemetery Project, which you have to go do if you haven't done.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you say that real quick. Ashley said something. She didn't know that NAFCA did that, and she's like, "That's really cool." I'm like, "Yeah, we need to do that like next year or the year after for sure. That'd be fun. I'd love to take the kids too."
I didn't actually build any fence, but I was a really good cheerleader. I told Clint, I was like, "Hey man, my days of building fence are over, pops." You know, like halfway through, I had to leave. I had a Zoom to go do. I'm like, "Yeah, y'all are doing a great job." I was like, really motivated.
I saw my buddy Susan K out there.
Susan was getting after, bro. She had gloves on. She was packing shit.
Like Joe Everest.
Yeah, Michael Brooks was out there like a paparazzi. Joe was driving a mini skid. I got to get a good look at Clint Imes with Log Cabin Fence. He's the executive director of NAFCA. Yep. He's got that cool attachment for the mini skid. It's basically a driver / auger / I guess whatever else he's got on it. I put a picture on Facebook. It's really cool piece of machinery.
That's cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah, they were getting after it, man. But so anyway, just back on track. So anyway, so I'm like, man, why is this post getting all this attention? So I went to go check the other places that I shared. And you're not going to believe this. So I don't know. Tell me if my mind works right or not. So you have a Facebook group. It's called Pro Installation Tips or something. Or is that?
Yeah, something like that. Right? Like Pro Tools and Tips and Tricks or something.
Exactly, man. Yeah. So why wouldn't you want everyone to know about the latest and greatest and best deals, tools, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Well, my post got deleted and Dan Blanc, my fence life, got banned from the group, which, whatever, man. Like, it's not my first group I've been banned from, but it's the principle of the thing that, hey, you got a group that is supposed to be about tips and tricks and installation and best tools. And someone posts something that you don't agree with or you feel like is your competitor, we're just going to ban them and delete it.
Yeah. It'd be like if Master Halco started a fence supply group chat or something, and then someone said something and they're like, delete or something. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, look, man, I get on the expert stain and seal thing. And there's guys posting stain that they did with Wood Defender. And guess what? They're not deleted.
Sure.
You know? Sure. So it's kind of childish, man. And I was just like, are you serious? You know? I thought we were raising the tide here. You know? This doesn't sound like tide raising to me. You know? So, yeah, I got some shit been on my mind, bro. Kind of bothers me.
Apparently, yeah. I get it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
You know, I don't know, man. Why do that? I don't know, bro. Anyway, I probably should. I could use a drink right now.
I was going to say, I'm going to go put my kids to bed and be like, oh, when is this dropping? Because I'm like, oh, I'm sure my phone will be blowing up soon. So.
Dude, this drops tomorrow morning, 4:15 a.m. Better put your phone on snooze.
Good Lord.
Let me put out your phone number.
Say a prayer at the end of this or something. Okay. Oh my.
Yeah, so I mean, this all, you know, the post already had me a little irritated, and I was just like, whatever, man, you know. And then I go start looking to buy another hammer, or I'm gonna buy it. He's gonna pay me back for it, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm spending his money, so I'm trying to, you know, hey man, just get the hammer, blah blah blah. That way, if mine goes down, I can use yours. Yours goes down, you can use mine. We're rocking and rolling. The adapters interchange, and it's more expensive over here because it's blue. I don't know. And then I'm looking at the donuts because we're looking at doing this job. Are we going to drive it? We're going to set it. Let's do some price comparison. And I can get the donuts way cheaper. You know, it's just like 2 plus 2 just isn't equaling 4 right now. You
I
know?
understand.
So yeah, it kind of bothers me. I got a voice, and I'm going to use it. You know, sorry,
You got it off your chest.
sorry, not sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just
So, in your last 2 minutes here, what's a positive thing we can leave this conversation with? Besides, I mean, not saying that this was not negative or by any means, but you know, just
no, man.
it's an
I mean,
enlightening conversation. Sure,
it is. I mean, it wasn't an
I get what
intentional.
you're. I
It
get
wasn't
where
an
you're coming from,
intentional
though.
thing, but I think
Sure.
it needs to kind of be addressed, man. You know?
Yeah,
I
there are
just,
people. Sure, it'd be like if Tom's shoes, like you guys were talking about Tom's shoes last week, right? And it'd be like if Tom's shoes was saying, like, we're here and we're giving away shoes, and then you come to find out, like, Tom sold 100,000 shoes and they gave away 50,000. Well, by
Right.
their numbers, they should give 100,000, right? Like
Right.
every pair of shoes gets a pair. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. If we're here collectively selling the help and stuff like that, I can see it is an enterprise though. So my part of this would be that you can price things the way you want to price them, but
I totally agree,
make sure it
man.
matches the message, right?
Exactly. You know, when your mission statement is raising the tide, it's
Mm.
just is that really raising the tide? You know?
I got you, dude.
And I just and look, I get it costs money to do things, man. I get that.
Sure.
But
I was talking to somebody today about
on
Joe
the
Rivers Ozark Fireworks, and one of the vendors was like, "Oh no, he's selling it too cheap," and da da da. And I'm like, "But I mean, it's a different pricing metrics as his model and stuff like that." I said, "You got to look at it and see what Joe's doing." There's strategery in everything. So I don't know.
yeah.
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, it doesn't match the message, man. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
with Fence
Sure.
King, I'll find out we're more expensive.
Right.
Period.
Right.
And this is why. Boom, boom, boom. But when it comes to like the hammer, I mean that's $200, man. The hammer's already expensive. It's $200+ more. The hammer's already expensive. Why? It's American made. I get it. The service is incredible. You got a problem with that hammer, bro? You call Brian at US Hammer,
Mm-hmm.
and guess what, man?
He's got it.
Guess who answers the phone when you call US Hammer? You want to know who answers the phone?
Brian?
Brian Harris.
That's cool.
You call Brian's phone number, 530-650-5749. You call that number if you got a problem with a hammer. He's going to answer it, and he's going to take care of you. No questions answered.
That's cool.
So, and the reason why I say that is it's the same thing. If you have a problem with a hammer, no matter if you buy it from Aaron, you buy it from Sean, you buy it from US Hammer, guess what? US Hammer backs it up. So
Right.
I don't see where the price difference is justifiable.
It's a signature.
And I hope this isn't taken as a negative, which I'm sure it will be, but I just think some lights needs to be shed on this, man. It's just getting out of hand, bro. The Facebook bickering and the attacking, calling people uneducated, and of course,
Oh. Sure.
put your fucking ego aside, man. Jesus,
We're all learning.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I get you. No, I mean, talking about uneducated, which I have to go put the kids to bed, but maybe you could drive a steel post and wrap some wood around it.
that would be a plus.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
What do you think about that whole deal, man?
I am going to put the kids to bed in 1 minute, and there is a reason I do not say anything about it. I've run the numbers, and I do not understand that. I will have Sean or some of the Mr. Fence Academy people or someone needs to come on my show and explain the King Plus thing, because I do not, it does not make sense to my brain. I mean, I've added up the numbers, bro, and I'm just like, I to be completely honest, Dan, I would put in a treated 6x6 post, and that thing will last 20 years, 40 years. I mean, good Lord, you could beat it with a weed whacker for 20 years and you still won't break through it. So I really do not understand any of that. But
Yeah, because it's almost
we can have
like
another conversation about that.
yeah, because the size once they wrap that metal post, it's pretty much the size of a 6x. If I mean,
Right.
within
Right. I mean, that's
give
what I
or
keep
take, right?
saying. Right.
And I got fences that I did 20 plus years ago. We go back, and that post is like the 6x. We reuse it. You know.
Dude, I mean, someone can come on my show and talk about that because I don't get it. But anyways, yes.
Yeah, I mean, look, it might be the next greatest thing, but I'm not gonna risk my business to figure that out. You know, let these other guys do it, and let's see what happens. You know.
Okay, let them do it.
So
If you love it, you love it. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. Let me go put my kids to bed. Jeez. Oh my God.
hey, you're very welcome for me reeling you into this, Nathan.
I appreciate this.
You asked me how my day was, right?
I did. Yeah, I did. I know. I thought we were going to talk about that job we were talking about. But, oh, good. Anyways, all right.
Hey, man, I'm coming to Tulsa, December 8th.
For Tony's thing at Shangri-La.
Well, actually, we got a little something in the works. I'm not going to say who, but there's other people involved. But yeah, we got a little something in the works. I think it's December 8th. So yeah, it's gonna be great. We're gonna be hanging out in Tulsa, be bopping around Tulsa, and then we're gonna be driving over to Tony's deal.
Yep.
I got Miller Lite drinking. Shane Catton's gonna be going to Tony's thing. So
Dude, there's a bunch of people going. Hey, if y'all ain't going to that, you need to freaking get on Tony's website, sign up for that crap, because there's some. I think Mark Olson's going to be up.
yeah, he's gonna be talking
at.
at
Benji's going to be there. I mean, Sam Natella's going to be there. Is Benji coming? I thought Benji was. I know Sam's going to be there.
He hasn't said anything. I got to Zoom with him tomorrow, but
okay.
yeah, Mark's going to be talking about
There's a
I-beam,
bunch
and
of
then
people coming.
Barry. What's Barry? What's his last name?
Willingham.
Barry Willingham. That's a conversation you want to hear that guy talk. I like listening to him. Bunch of heavy hitters going to be there. So yeah, I got old Miller Lite drinking. Shane Catton's going to meet me, and him and I are going to drive on over to Monkey Island and hang out for a few days, rub elbows with some people. Hopefully, I don't get in any bar fights, and life will be good. Maybe we'll see Toby Keith. Doesn't he go hang out in that bar?
He does. He does. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So,
I've heard some stories about that cat hanging out up there.
Yes. Everyone should come to Shangri-La. And if you come early, you can hang out with me too. So
when did you get there?
We'll have some fun. I mean, I live here, so I mean, I can be there in an hour and a half any day I want.
Yeah. Well, me and Shane, we're going to come to your house, so you better.
Yep.
We'll
be ready.
You and Mom, y'all better make a little room for us. We're going to all cram in your bed. One big happy family. All right, man. I'll talk to you later. I got to go.
Brother. Have a good night. See you, dude. Bye.
Hey. One thing before you go. This is for you, Dan Wheeler.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it at? Let's see.
Dan Blanc's voice is just sexy.
Oh, that's a great way to end that. Oh.
Isn't it?
Dan Wheeler. Hey, Dan Blanc, Nathan Downs, listen up. This is how you do this. And then he like botches the pitches, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy.
Yeah, he messes it all up.
Dan Blanc's voice is just sexy. Dan Blanc's voice is just sexy.
Listen how happy he sounds when he says that too.
I know, man.
He's so excited. Dan Blanc's voice is
uncanny how happy he sounds.
It's great. I love it. All right, bro.
All right, dude. Let me go. I hear the dog barking. I gotta go.
See ya.
All right, man. Bye.
Later.
You've been listening to My Fence Life. Yes, we like to have fun. Beer, bourbon, and business. And although we have fun, We take our business very seriously. Dan Blanc is known as the Fence King, and he's been providing high-quality fence solutions since 1999. He's connected to industry leaders, business leaders, financing experts, and marketing gurus that will be on the show to talk about their success stories. To find out more about us, hit the website at myfencelife.com. Listen to the show wherever you consume your content. We are everywhere. Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcast. See you next time on My Fence Life.